it's Jemzilla, and today I'm going to be answering a few questions from 3507 Studio, so let's get into it. Number 1, who inspired you to start making music? From a very young age, my dad started playing piano with me, literally when I was a baby, just holding my hands, just going across all the piano keys. And I think from there, I just sort of really loved music. My dad's always someone who was very music orientated, and I grew up around that. And I just started singing from maybe the age of 4, around that time, and I suppose I didn't really stop. I grew up listening to a lot of Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, and I just loved the way that they were able to captivate an audience, and I really hope that someday I can do that. Because of bad experiences growing up in terms of performing and different classes and things like that I went to for music, in that sense my confidence dwindled when I was very young, and I'm slowly getting there, I'm slowly building it back up. Number 2, what's the hardest thing for you as a music artist at the moment? Any challenges and any motivation to keep going? I would say personally the hardest thing for me is performing. It's quite difficult for me to perform, so that is a really hard personal challenge for me. And I would say generally, I can't speak for every other musician, but I do feel like with the music industry there isn't a huge amount of structure, and I think it's something that as a young person I was never prepared for. It's different to really every other industry, because you can say if you want to be a doctor, you know that there's going to be a whole route through college and university to do that and set you up on a path, whereas music, it takes a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of passion, and there's no guarantee of ever really getting that back, which is really quite daunting. I would say my motivation to keep going, one of them would definitely be my fiance, because she really does truly believe in me, which is extremely hard to find in this day and age, and I'm really grateful for that. The other thing is I've always been a person that has hope. For some reason, even if I get to my lowest of the lows, it's very difficult for me to lose hope. I have done a couple of times in my life, but not a lot, and it's something I'm really grateful for, because I will feel really down, but I will still say to myself, just keep going, it'll be fine, you know, you'll work a way to get through it. And I don't know how and I don't know why, but yeah, I'm really grateful to have that. Number 3, what is my writing process, any techniques or rituals, and how to stay in the creative mindset? So this is something that is difficult for me as well. Keeping creative is really hard if you're trying to do it in a small period of time, for me. So I can go weeks, months without really having a lot of inspiration, and then I can go, you know, a couple of months where I'm just shooting out 5-10 songs a day. They're not going to be, you know, amazing, but a couple of them do turn out to be, and the others that I, you know, usually get rid of usually lead to another idea that then turns out great. So I don't really have any set plan like that. I'm unfortunately not that sort of person in terms of consistent creativity. I wish I was, but I now learn to work around it, and when I get into a creative spell, I make sure that I try and put down as much as I can, so that when I'm not in my creative spell, I've got stuff that I can work on and that I can still use. In terms of like a writing process, usually I get inspiration to write lyrics when something bad has happened. And I always find inspiration in negativity, I have found, and that's probably why my music is more sort of dark pop. I find it difficult to write about things that are, you know, like sunshine and rainbows and that sort of thing, not because I'm necessarily a negative person, but I just like using negativity and like negative things that happen to me and turn it into like work and something positive, and it's something that other people might end up relating to and can listen to and think, oh wow, I'm not the only one, because a lot of people can feel like that sometimes, even more so in this day and age, I believe. Number 4, you'll probably like my music if you like the Look What You Made Me Do era of Taylor Swift. I would say that in that era, in that album, she was very dark pop, and I love that. Lots of dark pop artists I found, and I've learned now that I am a dark pop artist. It's taken me a while to try and find people who I think that I sound similar to, or things like that. It's taken me a while, but I've got there. Who would sit well on a playlist with me? Again, Taylor Swift in that era. I would also say Demi Lovato. The way that their music has gone recently is really, really cool. Billie Eilish, Amy Winehouse, basically moody music. Moody music. Number 5, plug your latest or upcoming release. So I do have a new song, and it's called Anesthesia. It's coming out on November the 3rd, and I'm really excited about it. It's been a work in progress over the past year, which seems like a while, but a lot has happened. A lot has happened, and the song has actually evolved and changed a lot to get where it is now. The lyrics again mean a lot to me, and it's about feeling numb and also sort of hallucinogenic in a relationship, which is why I then got the inspiration of thinking of it's similar to being under anaesthetic, therefore anesthesia, and that's where the whole idea sort of blossomed. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that. It's a really, really catchy song as well, so I'm super excited. Thank you for having me, for answering some of these questions, and I hope that you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit more. You can go and follow me on all social medias. Most of them are Jemzilla official, so go and give us a follow. Hope you enjoyed the new song as well, and I'll see you later. Bye!